the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram, a tool for equine wellness and performance. Join me on a journey as we delve into the significance of harmonious horsemanship and the transformative Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram. Let's uncover insights shared during a recent webinar I presented with Dr. Sue Dyson, hosted by Gillian Higgins of Horses Inside Out. You'll also find this article on my blog at The Horse Physio. If you want to stay in the loop and receive more tips, updates and exclusive discounts from me, sign up for my free newsletter and let's continue this journey together toward happier, healthier horses. How does the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram fit into your work as a chartered physiotherapist? That's a great question. As a chartered physiotherapist, I take a detailed history when I first meet a horse. I feel through his muscles, looking for tightness and soreness. I assess the range of movement through his spine and his limbs. I look at how he moves, and I ask a lot of questions. I've always said that the most important of these questions is how the horse feels to the rider. You talked about in your presentation just now, discussing rideability. The Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram, RHPE, gives me the science to back up how important the rider's feeling is and gives me a way of measuring it. Maintenance, prevention and performance. A lot of my daily work treating horses involves the maintenance of health and well-being, preventing pain and improving performance. These are areas I love working in. I'd rather work to prevent a problem from happening in the first place than wait until something's broken before I fix it. With my regular clients, I recommend that riders use the RHPE themselves regularly, usually once a month, to monitor their horse's musculoskeletal comfort and be confident in their horse's comfort. Rehabilitation. For physical therapists working in rehabilitation, the RHPE is a great tool to help measure change over time. Once a horse has received a diagnosis from the vet and has begun treatment, the vet, owner or therapist can use the RHPE on perhaps a weekly basis to assess the horse's response. It might be that the scores gradually get lower, indicating an improvement in comfort levels. Or it might be that something happens and the score goes up 1 week, which would flag up a discussion with the team and perhaps a temporary slowing down of the rehabilitation programme or further veterinary treatment. An evidence-based tool for communication. On another side of my work, as a specialist in the links between pain and behaviour in horses, I use the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram as an evidence-based communication tool that can be used by owners, riders, vets and others involved with a horse. Working with horses who are showing behavioural problems or performance problems in their ridden work and yet are not obviously lame can be a bit like detective work, and using the RHPE is an essential part of the process. It could be me, the vet, or the owner who uses it, because it's a tool anyone can use, and the information can be shared amongst the team. How can the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram help owners, riders, coaches, and other paraprofessionals? We wrote about this in Chapter 4 of Harmonious Horsemanship, the when and why uses of the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram. The RHPE is a valid and reliable tool, supported by robust science that can help us determine how happy our equine athletes are. Some examples of its use could be by the leisure rider who wants to be confident that their horse is not in unnecessary pain or discomfort. By the competition rider, because recognising early symptoms of pain and discomfort means recognising early aspects of performance that could be improved. By the work rider, as a regular assessment to check for musculoskeletal pain in your horses. By the trainer, coach or instructor concerned that a horse they're working with is not performing as it should be. By the vet, where the RHPE could become a standard part of a lameness workup when evaluating the ridden horse. By the saddle, bridle or bit fitter, who could use the RHPE during the fitting process. By anyone working in the equine industry, perhaps as a physical therapist, farrier, equine dental technician, behaviourist, nutritionist, or other professional to flag up and monitor musculoskeletal pain in the horse. And by anyone buying a new horse through applying the RHPE to videos of the horse before travelling to see it. Valuable contributions. To reinforce to readers the value of the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram, we have contributions from organisations, associations and paraprofessionals, as well as 11 real-life case studies. I've listed these at the end if you want to know more. Maintaining equestrianism's social licence to compete. The Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram is also invaluable in reducing the risk of injury, improving performance, improving welfare, and maintaining equestrianism's social licence to compete. A horse in pain is at greater risk of injury, either to itself or the rider. Scientific studies have found that at both high and low levels of competition, high RHPE scores were generally associated with lower finish places or failure to complete, and lower RHPE scores with higher placings. With welfare, your horse can only communicate his pain or discomfort through his behaviour or performance. It's your job to listen. The RHPE gives you a tool to do this. To maintain equestrianism's social licence to compete, we must continue to educate ourselves, keep up to date with the latest knowledge, and use this in our decision-making regarding the management and training of our horses. What would you like to achieve through our book, Harmonious Horsemanship? A few years ago, I wrote a BHAG. For those who don't know, that's a big, hairy, audacious goal, a term coined by Jim Collins and Jerry Porras in their book, Built to Last, Successful Habits of Visionary Companies. It's a long-term, 10 to 25-year goal, guided by your core values and purpose. My BHAG is that by 2035, every horse person will recognise that there are links between pain, behaviour and performance in horses. Our book, Harmonious Horsemanship, goes a long way towards achieving this goal. I would like equestrians worldwide to be able to use the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram to be more confident that their horses are comfortable. I would like riders to be able to use the RHPE as a tool to communicate what they instinctively know when their horse is not right, yet he's not obviously lame. I would like the RHPE to be used as an evidence-based communication tool by the paraprofessionals working to support a horse and its owner. Your messages of support keep me going when I'm exhausted. This one, from Kirsty H., encapsulates one way in which Harmonious Horsemanship and the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram are working to reduce the suffering of horses and their owners. Kirsty says, "Hi Sue, I owe you a thank you, but you've never met me. My trainer recommended your teachings to me last year. About a year ago, I bought a 5-year-old project mare. She was very weak, so we spent 6 months doing lots of very steady strengthening work. At around the 6-month mark, she didn't seem to be improving at all. In fact, she got a lot worse and just lost the ability to want to canter forward. She was sound, not lame, and you couldn't really pinpoint an issue. However, something was obviously not right. I used the Ridden Horse Pain Ethogram, and she scored extremely high. We booked her into the vet for multiple x-rays, and the poor girl had a multitude of issues, including a severe disc injury, which they can only presume was from a rotational fall prior to me buying her. They think maybe she was highly steroid dosed, which was why I didn't see the behaviours for the first 6 months. Unfortunately, nothing could be done to help her. However, I am thankful that she ended up in my hands, not being passed from pillar to post. Your research meant I could look past the "that horse isn't lame, there can't be anything wrong" approach and the "keep working on her" approach, when I knew something just wasn't right. I think this proves how stoic horses can be, and the knowledge I've gained from you means I see so much more than just a horse not being lame. Once you've opened your eyes to it, it's amazing how much you can see. Thank you. I want our book, Harmonious Horsemanship, to improve the lives of horses and their owners worldwide, and messages like Kirsty's prove that it's already doing so. The organisations and associations that contributed to the book Harmonious Horsemanship are Human Behaviour Change for Animals, British Equine Veterinary Association, Register of Animal Musculoskeletal Practitioners, Association of Chartered Physiotherapists in Animal Therapy, Association of Animal Osteopaths, McTimoney Chiropractic Association, Society of Master Saddlers, Saddle Research Trust. The individuals who contributed are Dr. Rosie Jones-McVeigh, Dr. Linda Burke, Dr. Joe Hockenhull, Dr. Jessica Millard, Dr. Tamsin Furtado, Dr. Jessica Kidd, Sonia Nightingale, Dr. Vav Simon, Eleanor Andrews, Mark Akins, Ellie Tomlinson, Grant Chanter, Claire MacLeod, Mary Wanless, Boo Riley, Kelly Marks. The case studies are Alice and Star, Kathy and Divine, Hannah and Brio, Hayley and Jacko, Rachel and Copper, Claire and Digger, Thea and Johnny, Heidi and Ricky, Anne and Sam, Joanne and Ripley, Giselle and Mickey. If you haven't yet ordered your copy of Harmonious Horsemanship, subscribe to my free newsletter today to receive a 20% discount. I'm Sue Palmer, aka the Horse Physio. I'm an author, educator, and award-winning chartered physiotherapist. I specialise in understanding the links between pain and behaviour in horses and promote the kind and fair treatment of horses through empathetic education. If you want to stay in the loop and receive more tips, updates, and exclusive discounts from me, sign up for my free newsletter and let's continue this journey together toward happier, healthier horses.
Thank you for listening. I know your time is precious and I appreciate you spending it with me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by liking, subscribing and sharing it and turning on notifications for future content from the Horse Physio.